won't stop till I hear him say,
Warning: the information that we convey in these videos and the content on this page simply provides general consumer information. It is not legal advice or regulatory guidance. It is not intended to sway your personal bias in any way. We are simply just relaying information already available to the general public. We highly suggest you do your own research and draft your own opinion on the topics disclosed in this video breakdown. Without further ado, sit back, relax, enjoy this video breakdown, and if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, consider doing so now. Okay, what is going on, CYPRX advanced YouTubers? Welcome back to the CYPRX YouTube page. In today's video breakdown, we are going to be covering some hot topics surrounding the massive amounts of FUD that have been plaguing this cryptocurrency space, attempting to give our followers here at the CYPRX YouTube channel the realest perspective that you possibly can grasp amongst the information that is provided to us as retail individuals. So that way, hopefully you don't get FUDed out of the market. Ladies and gentlemen, showing you guys behind the scenes what's really going on in the cryptocurrency space. Not paying attention to all this FUD. So let's dive into some of the fundamentals that I have for you all here today. All right. Three interesting articles that have come out surrounding the U.S. senators. Okay. This one right here was just published on December 13th, 2022. U.S. Senator John Tester says there's no reason why crypto should exist. We'll get into this in just one second. Then we have this one right here. It says Fed president says entire notion of crypto is nonsense following the controversial implosion of FTX. And then last but not least, this one came out in November as well. U.S. senators urge financial giant Fidelity to think twice about offering Bitcoin in the 401k plans. Now, I have an interesting video towards the end of this video breakdown from Robert Kiyosaki himself on the Rich Dad channel. Very interesting key highlights, so stick around for that. I'm going to cover this whole 401k thing. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, ladies and gentlemen, but there has to be a reason behind why these key elite individuals are telling you all to sit on the sidelines and not invest in cryptocurrency. And I'm going to show you why I think that is in today's video breakdown. So a little bit of this article reads, U.S. Senator John Tester says there's no useful purpose for crypto. In the new interview with NBC's Meet the Press host Chuck Todd, the Democratic politician from Montana says he fails to understand why crypto should even exist. Why are you even saying this stuff? If you ask this individual how much research that you have done in the crypto space, he'd probably tell you 0 hours of research, because anybody with a brain, anybody that's done any type of, research in this crypto space would clearly see that there's a need for this payment infrastructure to be enhanced and upgraded. Okay. So this article is just complete FUD one within itself. This senator is clearly outdated, ladies and gentlemen. Do not pay attention to this type of FUD. And again, like I said in this video breakdown, I'm going to show you here today. We've already covered this one in a past video breakdown, so I'm not going to get into the details. Key little highlight. He says this, and this is a Bank of Minneapolis Federal Reserve president. Okay, he said that the entire industry is nonsense and has no real life use case, specifically focusing on not useful for payments, no inflation hedge, no scarcity. First of all, that's proven incorrect. No taxing authority, and just a tool of speculation for greater fools. Interesting to say the least. And he specifically mentioned Bitcoin. Bitcoin, basically all crypto assets, including Bitcoin, were fraudulent in nature. Again, ladies and gentlemen, FUD article, do not pay attention. And like I said, last but not least, this article right here, U.S. senators urge financial Fidelity giant to think twice about offering Bitcoin. I'm going to go into detail at the end of this video breakdown why I think this is. So just to show you guys that institutional interest is 110% happening, ladies and gentlemen, behind the scenes, while retail traders read these articles and get FUDed out of the market because they're scared to lose their money by not managing their risk properly. They're over leveraging themselves, and then they sell their positions, think that cryptocurrency is a scam, and then boom, major institutions come in, scoop up these discount buy positions, and then you can't get into discounted positions anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Again, not financial advice, but just understand why articles like these are coming out. They do not want retail investors to become the next 1%. Okay. That is 110% a fact, ladies and gentlemen. They do not want you to thrive. They're not on your team. Okay. And let me show you why. Because if any of these individuals or these U.S. senators or Federal Reserve presidents, okay, read any of these articles, maybe they changed their bias, and they aren't, ladies and gentlemen. They are just fudding the market because, again, they know the future potential of this cryptocurrency space. This article reads, this is from Cointelegraph. It was published on December 7th, 2022. Institutional investors still eye crypto despite the FTX collapse. Some interesting highlights from this read. The negative effects caused by the FTX debacle have placed the crypto space in an unfavorable light. However, institutional investors continue to show interest in the industry even at the height of the FTX controversy. According to the crypto exchange Bitstamp, institutional registrations within its digital asset trading platform were up 57% in November. On December 6th, financial services firm Goldman Sachs expressed its intent to purchase or invest in crypto companies. Before I continue this, ladies and gentlemen, do you remember, if you've been a follower on this YouTube channel for quite some time, I told you on a previous video, follow the bankers' breadcrumbs. Do what the banking institutional giants are doing, not what these individuals that FUD the crypto space are doing. The individuals that are plaguing the mainstream, the individuals who they know have a spotlight on them because they play key roles in either our government or the media, and they say bad things about the cryptocurrency market without doing their research indefinitely, okay? Do not do that to yourself. Open some documents, read some PDFs, and truly understand, like I'm going to show you all in today's video breakdown, that institutions aren't going anywhere because they understand how much money blockchain technology can save them. And bankers, or elite individuals, central bankers, they are profit organizations. They love to make money. They love to save money. When you understand that, you will understand that this technology is 110% coming. So to continue, Goldman Sachs executive Matthew Mick, I'm not going to mess up his last name, mentioned that the firm is already doing due diligence and is seeing opportunities while valuations are low. He literally just said, okay, this is again an executive from Goldman Sachs, that they are 110% seeing opportunities while the values of these cryptocurrency prices are low. The executive also noted that while the FTX became a prominent example within the industry, the underlying technology behind the space still continues to perform. Meanwhile, SEBA Bank aims to speed up institutional adoption through a partnership with Hashkey Group. On December 5th, the firm announced that it will be working with Hashkey to accelerate digital asset adoption within institutions. Also, a survey released by Fidelity Digital Assets showed why institutions are accumulating crypto in 2022. In a previous interview with Cointelegraph, Chris Cooper, the head of research at Fidelity Digital Assets, mentioned that there is an increase in institutions holding crypto. Again, and then why 78% of respondents are planning to enter the space in the near future. We have another little tidbit of data that was released by Coinbase, and this article reads, just to again show you where institutional interest is truly at. Institutional investors increased allocations during the crypto winter. Long-term price outlook is positive. This article reads some key highlights. Coinbase shows that institutional investors increased their allocations during the crypto winter. Again, we see what these individuals are attempting to do and steer the retail herd direction in. And then behind the scenes, we see what institutions are doing. A total of 140 institutional investors in the US participated in the survey, representing about $2.6 trillion in assets under management. Institutional investors increased their allocations during the crypto winter, with many using this as an opportunity to learn and build for the future. In the previous video breakdown that I just released, ladies and gentlemen, it was a little bit of a lengthy one, but I literally mentioned this, okay? I mentioned that high net worth individuals are looking to build for the future. They understand that bear markets are meant for building and opportunities. Now you think I'm making this stuff up. You guys see the articles, you see the FUD, you see what institutional adoption is doing, okay? 62% of investors who are currently invested in crypto increased their allocations in the past 12 months versus 12% who decreased their allocations. This is evidence that institutional investors have continued to take a long-term view of the asset class even as prices have fallen. Again, so with that being said, with these FUD articles out of the way, we're going to get into this. This is from the omfif.org. Again, this is the official Monetary and Financial Institutions Forum. Very key elite individuals. This is pretty much a panel or a hosting platform for central bankers to come and discuss digital assets and the future of finance. Well, they just released a PDF documentation, Futures of Payments 2022. Okay. Here it is right here. So I went ahead and I downloaded it and I sifted through it for you all. Something interesting, a key little highlight and takeaway from this is over here on page 15, where Stellar is mentioned. Again, XLM and Stellar in some way, shape, or form are always mentioned for CBDC integration and whatnot, interoperability, and the whole establishment behind restitching our financial infrastructure. Okay, that was a mouthful. But to read this, let me zoom in. Again, this is on page 15. I'll link this one in the description down below so you guys can sift through it. It's about 29 pages long, lots of interesting information. But the interesting key takeaway from this, and remember, again, we're seeing these senators, these Fed presidents, FUD the market. Meanwhile, okay, the OMFIF is putting out
PDFs like this. Check this out. Blockchain networks handle international transactions in minutes, as opposed to the traditional days or hours. They can settle transactions for under 1 cent, considerably cheaper than the traditional payment card networks. Remember, I just said to you all that bankers, the elites, love to save money. They love to be on the profitable side of things, ladies and gentlemen, which is why they are 110% going to adopt this technology. The rise of stablecoins has highlighted shortcomings in traditional cross-border payment studies, show that distributed ledger technology improves the efficiency of cross-border payments, and blockchain technology could help banks save $27 billion by 2030 on international transactions. Cross-border payments matter. They account for 15 to 20% of e-commerce value. I'll skip down to the bottom of this, and it says right here, payment giants are taking notice. Visa's network allows people to settle transactions in USD coin, a dollar stablecoin, and MoneyGram partnered with Stellar to offer stablecoin for fiat remittances in India. Moving on, we come over here to the top of this. And this is again on page 15. This is interesting because it gives key dates. Remember, I've been telling everybody that this is going to take time. People laugh at me and they understand the macro perspective is a little bit jacked up right now. Yeah, maybe we could see a little bit of a bullish pump. When I'm talking about trillions of dollars of institutional inflow coming into this market space, we're probably most likely not going to see that till end of 2024, 2025 timeframe. Mark my words. And again, if I'm wrong and it happens next year in 2023, I will bite the bullet and I will say that I was wrong. But most likely when we're talking about a market cap of $10 trillion plus, I don't realistically speaking see that happening in 2023, considering the macro environment. But I could be wrong. And again, we'll see. Time will always tell all. So to continue this, it says, underprivileged segments with fees for cross-border retail payments reaching 10%. The Financial Stability Board wants to get the remittance fees to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal of 3% and 1% for retail fees by 2027. International stablecoin transactions cost less than 0.01%. Sending crypto to another user on the Binance Smart Chain costs between 1 cent and 10 cents. Cross-border retail payments can take days to clear due to the number of intermediaries. Crypto transactions clear within seconds. A great way to meet the FSB's target of clearing 75% of the transactions within an hour. All financial institutions must have cross-border payment options for retail, wholesale, and remittances. Cryptocurrencies can address access challenges such as multilateral settlement eligibility and the lack of corresponding banking relationships. Users must be able to provide with information about how much a transaction will cost, how long it will take, the status, as well as terms of service, all automatically visible on the blockchain. These improvements are consistent with the G20 roadmap for enhancing cross-border payments and its 4 challenges and targets covering cost, speed, access, transparency to be met by 2027, ladies and gentlemen. And again, key dates. I'm not saying not to buy cryptocurrency right now. I'm not saying that we're not going to see a temporary bullish relief rally or anything like that. I'm just saying when we're talking about trillions of dollars in institutionalized capital flooding into this market, that's not to necessarily say not to stack up on cryptocurrency assets and do your due diligence by doing your research. I know that I personally am, and I know that assets across the board, major utility-driven assets, are over 80% discounted. You all need to take that for what it is and invest accordingly to your own personal likings. Okay. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you enjoyed this video breakdown showing you all that, again, not to pay attention to the FUD in the market, follow the banker's breadcrumbs, understand what direction the institutional order flow is headed in, and that is up, ladies and gentlemen. Long-term perspective of this cryptocurrency market is up. The best thing that we can do as retail investors is do our research. So with that being said, sit back, relax, and to tie this all in, surrounding this article right here, U.S. senators urge financial giant Fidelity to think twice about offering Bitcoin as an investment plan and strategy. I have a theory as to why they're doing this, and I think that it is because they know the future potential of Bitcoin and the emerging digital asset class and the upside potential that it has to offer. And I do not think that they want individuals becoming wealthy off of this stuff. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this video breakdown from Robert Kiyosaki. Some key highlights from his video, Retire Like a Millionaire, Wake Up, Don't Rely on Your Pension by Robert Kiyosaki. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all in the next video breakdown. As always, be cognizant, be aware, sit back, relax, and enjoy.
All the jobs left America. Another thing that Nixon did, he created the 401k, fake pension. So in the 1970s, when I was about your age, that's when the world was changing. So fake money, fake teachers. Did the teachers ever tell us that?
No, never.
And they still don't.
Yeah.
You know, the teachers are such a waste of time. You know, I mean, their education is important, but what are they teaching you? So it's fake money, fake teachers, and fake assets. It'll give your give somebody like you a chance. Your generation's toast. I hate to say that.
Yeah.
This is worldwide. Pensions are broke all over the world. Pensions are broke all over the world. I was just in Romania talking to these young guys. I said, everybody stole all the money of our pensions. And that was enriched in fake assets. They steal your money through your money and your assets. It's a horrible, horrible thing.
Yeah, and we grew up with a sense of entitlement because that's what we've been taught as of today. And what really frightens me is that people still talk about their pensions, and soon are the parents, people who have parents who have been depending on this pension, are soon going to find out it's not going to be there. It's not going to be there.
It's not going to be there.
And so, I mean, what's going to happen? Why is it that no one's talking about the fact that it's underfunded by $7 trillion?
It's actually 17 trillion.
17 trillion.
But worldwide it's 77 trillion. So this pension problem is the biggest problem that faces the world.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason is our school system is complicit. They're in cahoots with the banks, the banks, the banks.
I would like to know is what should we recommend to this person that has been putting money into their pension? How do we guide them?
Well, this goes back again to fake
Mm-hmm.
teachers. What did your teachers teach you about money?
Nothing.
Is that a mistake?
Yeah.
Or is it intentional? Is it intentional or a mistake?
Intentional.
No.
They want to create poverty. They want to create employees dependency.
I think it's worse than that, is that the problem with Americans is our spirit is too strong. So capitalism made us very, very strong. They want us to become communist. Okay? But the step between capitalism and communism is socialism. So the rumor I hear is that, it could be BS, but they needed to break our spirits to make us poor. So we go communist.
I won't stop till I hear him say